If you are watching this video, congratulations! You are one step closer to making your dream come true. And I will try to bring you even closer of becoming an exchange student. Because today, in this video, I'm not only going to talk about common interviewing questions and give you some answers, but also I'm going to tell you about what qualities exchange programs look for and what you should show them. Hey, my name is Monica, and I'm an exchange student in the United States. My program is Flex. But if your program is different, don't worry about that because mainly all the programs are looking for the same qualities and they would ask you mostly the same questions. Keep watching because this video is going to be helpful even if you're applying for another exchange program. Let's get going. The first question they are going to ask after greeting and asking how are you doing today is going to be, tell me a little bit about yourself. And this question is really very important because it may generate a bunch of other questions. Like if you are telling them about yourself and you're mentioning that you love reading books or watching movies, they would most probably ask what is your favorite book or movie. Or if you are telling them that you are a video blogger, they may ask you how and why did you decide to become a video blogger. Or maybe you're mentioning that you love traveling and they would ask you what is your favorite country you have been so far, or that kind of questions. So this is a kind of question that you should really think about before answering because this would make general impression about yourself and you want it to be as positive as you can. So be very specific in your answer and only mention positive things. The second question may be, why are you interested in going on exchange? The best way to answer this question is highlighting the key points or personal goals. Why do you want to become an exchange student? It may be improving my English language, or if you are going to study outside of the United States in Europe, I don't know, you can say that I want to learn German. That's why I'm interested in doing my exchange year in German or stuff. So the first thing should be about language. Next, it can be about exploring the world, experiencing others' culture, traditions, nationality, and this kind of stuff. So you just need to think about your personal goals. Why? Really, think about why do you want to go to do your exchange year? You should have some reason to leave your home, right? So just think about that and answer honestly. Another question that you would be asked for sure is, what do you want to achieve as an exchange student? You can once again highlight improving your language skill abilities. You can say that you want to make difference in your country. That's why you need to see the things, how they work in the other countries. And when coming back, you would be able to solve them in modern or I don't know, in innovative ways. Those are just few examples that comes to my mind right now, but I'm sure if you think about your personal goals, you would come up with more and more and more answers. Speaking about achievements, the next question may be, what do you consider your biggest achievement? This is something personal that you really need to think about your past life and what did you do that really made you proud. But I would bring my personal example so you can understand how I answered that question. So I said that I was a finalist in UWC. I don't know if you have heard about that or no. It's United World Colleges. It's a school that offers IB diploma. And when they asked why do you consider it as a huge achievement, I said that each year more than 700 people apply for the national committee in Armenia and only 50 of them are being selected as finalists, and I was one of them. And they were like, oh wow, right. I mean, you do not have to be UWC finalist in order to bring some example. It may be something smaller or maybe bigger. It may be like winning a startup program or opening some kind of charity for someone. It may be something small, but if you present it in the right way, they would believe that it's a huge achievement and they wouldn't really check it. I didn't say that. Name your 3 strengths and 3 weaknesses. I'm not going to talk about this question right now because in the end of the video I would name the qualities that exchange programs are looking for, and when you watch that part you would understand how you want and how you should answer this question. For right now, let's move to the next part because when they are analyzing you, your personality, they are going to ask you situational questions. For example, one of those questions may be, what would you do if your host brother ignores you? In this situation, we are using our communicative nature and we are doing the first step. If this is the case, you should say that I would go and reach him and ask to talk about this, try to find out the reasons why he keeps ignoring me and try to solve that problem by just talking to him. Oh, by the way, these situational questions most of the time are connected with your host family, because in my program we are living with host families, and if you are applying for a school exchange program, you would most probably stay with host families too, because you would be under 18. So this is the safest way and this is the most common way to do exchange programs. Anyway, I just wanted to explain why I would keep saying your host mother, host brother, host sister, or host family in general. And the next question that you might be asked is, what would you do if your little host sister breaks your laptop or your phone? So the best way to answer this question is saying that technology is replaceable and you wouldn't do anything, and because the human relationships are the most important, blah 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 blah, and you would just talk to them and explain that it's not okay to do so, but you wouldn't commit any kind of vandalism. You are not saying that I would kill my host sister if she does that, or I don't know, that kind of answers. No, unacceptable. You are introducing yourself as a calm and understanding and a good person. So just say that things might happen. What can I do? I would just buy me another one. So another question may be, what would you do if your host grandmother gives you a sweater that you do not really like? You might say that I would wear it at home so she would see that I'm not ignoring her gift, but I wouldn't wear it to go outside and meet my friends because I do not like it. That's it. You are just saying that you are showing respect to your gift even though you do not like it. So you may be asked tons of different these kind of questions, situational ones, but most importantly you need to stay calm and show your best qualities that I'm going to talk about right now. It's time to talk about what qualities they are looking in you. And the first ones are flexibility and adaptability. Okay, why are those important? Because you are moving far, far away from your home, from your family and friends, and you need to be very flexible. And you should also be adaptable because you are going to live with people you have never met, and you need to adapt to their routines, to their customs and everything they are doing. You should become a part of it, because exchange students aren't considered as guests, they are considered as family members. So you should really adopt and be one of them. That's why this is important. The next quality is open-mindedness. You should also be very open-minded, and you shouldn't judge others that do not look like you, because here everyone does whatever they want and no one cares about others' opinion, and actually no one judges them. Just be prepared that the things aren't the same in your country, and you would meet people having different traditions, nationalities, orientation, religions, and everything different. There is nothing similar. So you just need to keep your open-mindedness. Otherwise, you would be bullied by others for not being open-minded and for judging others for being different. Another quality that needs to be highlighted is communicative nature. The things may be perfect with your host family, but in order to have full experience, you need friends. This is going to be really very hard. Why? Because you are the new one. You are the one who came from the other edge of the world and who needs new people in his or her life. And you should be the one who does the first steps, because they do not really need you, and because they all know each other for years and they are all friends for decades, and if you do not do the first step, they wouldn't do it. Even if they come and ask you some questions about your country, and they would be like, oh wow, that's so cool and stuff, if you are not doing anything to keep them, they would just go away the next day. So just use your communicative nature to gain new friends and create that international relations. Another quality that they are looking for is curiosity. You need to be very interested in the program, in exploring the world, exploring new culture, having new experience. Because if you are not curious and you are coming to the United States and just chilling out in your room the whole day, what is the point of doing that? I mean, you could have just stayed in your room, in your country. But if you're going to the living room asking your host family some questions about, I don't know, some random stuff, they might take you to that places in order to see it in your eyes. Or if you're going out with your friends and experiencing some kind of teenager lifestyle in the United States, that's awesome. I mean, you need to be very curious to explore this, because you are here for 1 or 2 semesters and you would be back the next year and you do not have like a lot of time to have this experience. So just be curious to explore, and the more experience, the merrier. The last and one of the most important qualities I want to mention is positivity. First of all, show your positivity to the interviewers by smiling and not giving them negativity. Because if they feel the negative vibe from you during the interview, they would be like, oh no, this isn't good candidate. And why is this important to be positive? Because while you are here in the United States, you should be positive about everything you are doing. Because if no, it's going to be very hard. If you concentrate on negative things, there are a lot of negative things, but you should really concentrate on the positive ones in order to be happy, and in order not to be homesick, and in order not to be stressed out. So here is one example. Even if you are not super religious person and your host family is, and they want you to go to church with them, just go with them and be positive that you are going to experience American churches, because everyone knows that American churches are very different. I'm not super religious person myself, and I haven't been to an American church yet, but I want to go in order to experience this, because I know that my other exchange friends who went there, they are like, that's not what we have in our countries. And just for that, just to see what's going on in those churches, I want to be there at least once. So just be positive about everything and consider them as an American experience that you wanted to have. These were my tips for today. I really hope that this video is going to help you to pass your interview and be more prepared for your exchange year. If you have anything to ask, leave them on the comment section below. I would answer them. And for now, thanks for watching.